Oh, you have 3 kids already. You didn't require them to marry you. You want him to provide for you and your children. And you're
But
saying,
who is to say that I did not require marriage
well, you
from
didn't.
them? Maybe I just didn't get that. That's why I said I
Well,
settled,
you didn't
and I
require
did.
it because.
You is to say that you didn't require marriage from them because you ain't married now, one no. What's up, YouTube? It is the Natural Weirdo, and this is Curious Minds Want to Know. We are back with another reaction video. We are going to be reacting to. Why am I getting tongue tied? Why am I getting tongue tied? But we're going to be reacting to Kendra G, her singles on YouTube Live. Well, this say YouTube Live. I think it used to be IG Live. I don't know. But I did used to watch her or whatever. Well, I done watched a couple of them. I like that she neutral. She treat the men and the women the same way. She like, y'all gonna give respect to both sides. Like, if you don't want nobody to treat you like that, then why you gonna treat them like that? You feel me? So I like her. So we're gonna get into this video. Okay, let's get it.
Wake up, girl.
Hi.
You got your makeup done.
I do.
You look so cute. What's your name, baby?
Emorsha.
Emorsha, where you calling us from?
Right now I'm in North Carolina, but I stay in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas.
Where do you? So you live in Dallas?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
34.
34. What you do for a living?
I'm a makeup artist, and I also am a beauty influencer.
All right. You have any kids?
I got 3.
3 kids. How old are your kids? How old are your kids?
14, 8, and 2.
Same dad?
No.
How many dads?
2.
2. Why are you not with the 2-year-old dad?
What happened?
Why are you not with the guy you had a baby with 2 years ago?
Honestly, you grow apart from people, and I honestly think that that's where we were. We grew apart from each other, and I mean it's fine, it's okay. He was, and also sometimes we be toxic to each other, and we don't know how to let go. So I think that's another problem as well.
So you were both toxic.
Let me pause real quick. I can't sit and say that I don't understand what she's saying because, yes, some people really do be toxic together, you feel me? But once you go and make kids, I feel like maybe you should do marriage counseling, especially if you on like your second or your third or your fourth baby daddy. Like, you just can't say that we just grew apart. Like, it's time for you to soul searching. Like, we got kids. It's not all about me or him or what we need. It's more about what do these kids need? Would it be better for them to have both of us or whatever? Should we go to marriage counseling and try? But at the end of the day, it's your life. You have to live it the best way you can. That's just my opinion. But let's keep going.
I've played my part. I'm not at all innocent.
Okay. Now the 2-year-old, is that the only child you have with him, or y'all have 2 kids together?
We have 2 together.
Oh, so the 2 and the 8-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
Yes.
Okay. To that man?
Mm-mm.
The first child's father?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so what else?
What you mean, what else?
No, I said someone else.
Oh, yes, someone else, yes. I can't hardly hear you for some reason. I'm sorry.
Oh, am I low? I hope not. Oh, God. I'm sorry if I am. I'm using my mic, but it could be. I probably had it the wrong way this whole time. Can you hear me better?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Now you guys tell me. I had the mic the opposite way. I got to check out the audio later. All right. So, okay. So when were you married?
2011.
And when did you get divorced?
2014.
Okay. So, all right. And that was a different man, not your children's father.
Right.
Okay. This is Emorsha. Am I saying it right? Emorsha?
Emorsha.
Emorsha lives in Dallas, 34, makeup artist. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
I'm a Sagittarius, December the 1st.
All right. Let's do it, Emorsha.
Pause. Because I'm Sagittarius, December 14th. But for some reason, I don't click with other Sagittarius. It's like, I don't know. Like all other zodiac signs, I don't have a problem with clicking with. But for some reason, I don't ever click with Sagittarius. But I mean, I don't get deep into the zodiac signs and stuff. But once I find out what they is, I be like, oh, yeah. But let's keep going.
What kind of man you looking for? Why you do that long sigh?
Because I've dated, and the dating pool today it's hard.
You said the dating pool?
Yeah, like dating is hard, and I honestly, I feel like I've wasted a lot of time. I want someone that's consistent, someone that is not a smoker. I can't deal with the smoking. Someone that wants to build. I'm not trying to bring nothing to his table, and I don't want him to bring nothing to my table. Maybe we can get a whole new table. And
what do you mean you're not bringing nothing to the table?
Like, you know how people be like, what you got to bring to the table? And I just feel like I'm not bringing anything from my life to your life.
You're
and I don't
bringing
want
3
you to bring
kids to the
anything
table.
from. Say what?
You're bringing 3 kids to the table.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to explain what I mean when I say that. I'm gonna be honest. I am horrible at explaining things. It may not be the perfect way to say things, but what I mean about that is, like, I'm not looking for anybody that has any baggage. I've gotten rid of my baggage and things that I've had to deal with personally for myself. So I don't want anybody bringing any baggage in the relationship. Like, yeah, I'm not perfect, and I'm not looking for anybody perfect.
Let me say this. Now, I would never consider kids baggage. Let me jump that off. I kind of speak from when I have men on the show and certain things that they say. A man can say that you're bringing 3 children to the table, which they could consider baggage because they're 3 kids, not by them. Can you understand that?
Pause. Listen, I understand us as women, we don't like to say that our kids are baggage because it just sounds, it don't sound good. You just don't like the way it sounds. You feel me? But at the end of the day, it's still the truth. Like, you're still bringing something with you that you just can't leave wherever it was at. Like, these are your kids. They have to come along with you. This man has to take on the role or whatever of being a father figure in their life if he wants to be with you. So I don't understand why women don't feel like that's an issue. To you, it's not an issue because they your kids. Like, yeah, they your kids. But to another man, they not his. Like, he got to think about, now I got to provide. Not only do I have to provide for her, but I have to provide for another man's child, kids that are not mine, my son. Sorry, y'all. For kids that are not mine, I have to make sure they fed, cooked for, and then they can grow up and just be like, I don't care nothing about you, you ain't my daddy. And everything they done built for me, they can just throw down in the trash. Everything they done built for them, they can take and give to the real daddy. And lift him up off this man's doing for them. Not saying that it's not going to happen. Not saying that there are not great stepdaddies in the world. There are. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a son that is not my boyfriend's. But we have a daughter together, you feel me? So I'm not saying that they are not important. I'm not saying that kids won't appreciate them. But at the end of the day, it's still a risk on the man's part. You feel me? Like, it's still a risk on the man's part. Just like a woman can say if a man got kids, that he bringing his baggage, even if they're not necessarily in the house. And if they're in the house, then this is even more like your situation. Like, you got to worry about taking care of a child is not yours. You feel me? And as soon as something go wrong, the first person they're gonna be looking at is you, just cause you not really connected to the child. So yeah, but let's keep going.
When I say baggage, I mean like you got a lot of people that have not yet dealt with childhood trauma. You have a lot of people that have not yet they don't know who they really are. That's what I mean about baggage. Like you holding on to a lot of things. You want to say that somebody is like somebody. I've been in relationships and I haven't had the perfect look. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
What do you mean the perfect look?
The perfect look. Like,
look.
I haven't had the perfect look. Like, I'm not looking for anybody perfect, but I would like for someone that is for me. I would like someone that is God-fearing, because honestly, when I go look for things on my own, when I go searching for things, I don't come out with what I think I may deserve. Oftentimes, I have settled because I don't want to be alone. And many of us have. We don't want to be single. So
For one, how you gonna say that you don't go looking for stuff that you don't deserve, but then in the same sense say that you settled? I don't understand it. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Maybe there's just something in my head that ain't sitting right. But let's keep going.
we go settle for things, or we stay in relationships with people. And I'm just,
what are some of the things you settled for?
Being in a relationship for multiple years and not really wanting to be in a relationship, but I didn't want to be by myself. So I settled to be with somebody rather than to be alone.
So what was you dealing with? You said you didn't want to settle. So what were the things you were dealing with?
The lying, the cheating.
Pause. I'm guessing she said for several years. I'm guessing it was with the last kid's daddy or whatever. You was in a relationship that you didn't want to be in, but yet you had 2 kids with this man. Why would you want to have kids with somebody that you knew you didn't want to be with? That's crazy. And they really think it be logic to what they be talking about. I don't understand. I ain't here to bash women, because I understand we all have issues. We all have stuff that we have to deal with. In some type of way, we all feel like we settling for something, because nobody is going to be 100% perfect of what we want them to be or what we want. We're going to always get something that ain't what we want. You feel me? But it's just the good outweigh the bad. Is it more of what I need other than what I want? You feel me? Like the same way you might feel like you settling for him, he might feel like he's settling for you, because it might be some things that you doing that he want out of you that you not giving. So the same way you settling, he could be settling. But let's keep going.
The line. I hate to call people narcissists, but the narcissistic behavior, being with somebody that never see any fault in anything that they do, and it's always pointing the finger at you. And I stayed in that relationship.
Okay. All right. So deal breakers are those things, correct?
Yes.
All right. So let's move forward. What's the age range you want to date now?
Maybe 37 to 47. I like older men.
37 to 47. Could he have kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want more kids?
No.
So you don't want more kids?
No.
All right. So 37 to 47. Mm-hmm. So is it fair? Okay. So all your kids, they're under the age, so they'll be living with you in the household, correct?
Yes.
Do you want a dynamic of marriage?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So this is something I've heard, so I want you to respond to this. What would you say to the guy that is cautious, that, okay, you come with 3 children and you don't want to have any more kids? Why should I sign up for that? What would be your response?
I can have kids. Honestly, I feel like 3 is enough. Enough for me? Right. Now, the reason why I did not tie my tubes is I kind of thought beyond me. And I kind of thought that, okay, maybe I get married. My husband may, whomever I decide to marry may not have any kids. He may have one child, may want another. I am open, but do I want any more? Is that something that I'm just eager to have? No.
So you prefer.
Pause. Okay, I don't see nothing wrong with what she's saying. She got 3 kids, you know. Any man that's wanting to date her, he got to be willing to not have no more kids if that's truly what she feel. But if she feel like she said, that she might be open to it, but she just ain't, that's not what's on her mind. That I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with what she said. So let's keep going.
A guy that already has kids, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Now you said you do want to get married, right?
Yes.
What's the relationship with the child's fathers? Is everything good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you get married, is another question I've heard. Will the guy that you marry be able to discipline your children?
Yes.
Okay.
To a certain extent. Not discipline. And it kind of get a little sticky right there, because you have some people that once they want to discipline, but then they also want to overstep their boundaries when it comes to other people's kids. Like, so that's a little sticky situation, but yes, in a sense, yes.
Okay. All right. This is Emorcia, right?
Yes, Emorcia.
Okay, pause. I can kind of understand where she going with that, you know, because okay, for example, I guess I can speak on this because, like I said, I have a child that is not my man's older. I have an older child, so when it comes to him, like as far as him fussing at him, telling him what's right and what's wrong, don't do this, don't do that, I don't say nothing. Like, I let him have that authority because I know he's not telling him wrong. He's telling him everything that's right. You feel me? Now, if it come to the point to where he's acting out, you know, and he really needs his ass whooped or something, then he got his father in his life. You feel me? So first, I'm gonna call his dad and tell him, like, you need to do something with him because he's cutting up. Like, I need you to talk to him, whip his ass, do something. You feel me? But if it came to a point to where, like, if he was to try to get big and bad on my boyfriend and he had to, you know, shut him down for a minute, no, I'm not gonna get mad, because stay in a child's place. What are you doing? You're doing a little too much, sir. You feel me? But yeah, so I understand what she's saying. But yeah, let's keep going.
Emorcia, in Dallas, 34, makeup artist, a beauty influencer. Emorcia, does the guy have to look a certain way?
No.
No, okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
No, he does not. He needs to be able to take care of himself and be a provider.
What do you mean as a provider?
A provider, like a man who can provide for me.
Okay, you and your kids, fair enough.
Yes, correct. Okay. And I say me because, you know, I'm a package deal. You know, it's a package deal, so that's why I just said me. Yes.
Okay, so you gotta be a provider. So does he have to be in Dallas?
No, I'm always somewhere.
Okay. So when you mean provider, is he paying all the bills, or will you contribute to the bills too?
I'll contribute.
You will contribute. So it's not like you're saying you gotta pay everything, but for the bulk of it, you want him to be a provider.
Right.
All right. When was your last relationship, Emorcia?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
3 years. You could say, yeah, you could say 3 years ago. I'll say 3.
Was it your child's father?
Yes.
Okay. You don't gotta answer this question, but I'm gonna ask. When was the last time you was intimate with a guy?
It's been a while. It's been more than 6 months.
Okay, so it's been a while, more than 6 months, but not necessarily a year.
Right. Okay. Correct.
All right, Emorcia, why do you think you're single?
Honestly, I'm not the type of woman that you just can tell anything to. I'm not gullible.
Okay.
And I am headstrong. And I'm not giving up no vagina. So if that's what you're looking for, then you might want to look again. Like that's what I get the most. Guys who looking for somebody to sleep with, and it's kind of a red flag for me. Like, why are you trying to spread it all around? I mean, why are you trying to give it out? So me, I'm not looking. And a lot of guys lose interest in me. Yes, I have talked to guys. Yes, I have dated guys. And when they get to wanting to just sleep with me freely, I find something wrong with it.
Okay. So would you have sex in a relationship or just not having sex, period, right now?
But I'm not having sex right now at all. I would like to practice being absent from sex. Yes.
Okay. Now, what is the goal to that? Is that to marriage or
Yes, it is to marriage.
to
Yeah.
marriage?
Mhm.
Okay. So you have had sex was like 6 months ago,
Yeah.
and you don't want to have sex again until you get married.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Well, I'm not gonna get up here and tell nobody who I.
Wait a minute, pause. This is what Kevin Samuels be talking about. I don't care if y'all don't like him. If you don't like him, it's your problem. I like him. If you don't want to hear about him, then this might not be the channel for you, because I might be referencing to him a couple of times through a couple of videos. Because I like them. You feel me? But that's what he be talking about. Ma'am, you done had 3 babies. You at least then opened it up to 2 that you didn't require marriage from. You just had sex 6 months ago. And you're sitting here saying that you're not having sex with anybody else today, marry you. You think a man is about to marry you and you won't even give him no sex. You really think he about to wait on them goods till he marry you. No, he gonna keep it moving. Because you want me to provide and do all this extra stuff and be a man. And I can't even get the goods till I get married? What was so special about them? What they had to do to get it? Because they didn't have to marry you. You feel me? What if I just don't want to marry? Well, I'm going to keep moving then. That's just the point. I just need to keep moving then. That is stupid. That is stupid. I understand not giving yourself to every man that you come. Sorry, y'all. It paused. But I understand you not giving yourself to every man that comes along. But, bruh, if you see a man that you're willing to marry and you're in a relationship with, why are you holding out on this man? I don't even believe that you're going to do that. That's stupid. You don't think it's stupid right now because your feelings done been hurt. You done been in situations where you felt like you shouldn't have been there, and you feel like that maybe it's just the goods, and maybe that's why they not talking to me or don't want to be with me, because it's just because they just want to have sex with me and keep it pushing. Okay, you need to weed out them types of people. You need to do some healing on yourself, so that way when you come in contact with them people, you can already block them off. You feel me? You can already block them off. Like, hold on. I done healed from your kind. I ain't got time for you. I'm looking for a man that's gonna marry me. They see me as somebody that's gonna be married, even though I got 3 kids, even though I got 2 baby daddies. That he can see that I'm more than that. I done made my mistakes. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I want him to love me, so we can build together. We can start our own family together. That's what I'm looking for. And if that ain't what you're looking for, sir, move around. You feel me? That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to just stop having sex, ma'am. Just stop having sex with them. But let's keep going.
Am and what I got and what I'm gonna do and I'm not gonna do all of that. Honestly, they can find out for themselves. I don't like to sell dreams to anybody and tell nobody what I can be and what I mean. They can get to know me for themselves and find out if I'm the perfect match for them. And I'm just gonna say that because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm caring, I'm loving. I mean, I'm a nurturer. I'm this, I'm that. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, so Emorsha, I want you to answer this question. I saw this in the comments. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so not giving you no pushback or anything you desire. You can do how you want to do it. But what would you say to the guy that is saying, okay, you had a baby 2 years ago. You actually have 3 kids. You didn't require marriage for those men. You want me to be a provider, and you're also telling me you don't necessarily want more kids, and you don't want to have sex until we get married. What would you say to the guy that feels like that's crazy?
That's crazy.
You don't think that? I mean, you can't see how a guy can feel a way about that because you're telling him, A, you don't want to have any more kids. You know, you have 3 kids already. You didn't require them to marry you. You want him to provide for you and your children. And
but who is to say that I did not require marriage from them? Maybe I just didn't get that. That's why I said I settled.
Well, you didn't require it because
you is to say that you didn't require marriage from them because you ain't married now, one on, but you got kids with them. You know what, y'all? I left a link down in the description box to the rest of the video. Y'all know how I get. I would cut them off. I would cut them off when I get irritated. You feel me? It was some stuff that I agree with her on. You feel me? I didn't really have a problem with what she said. I ain't gonna necessarily say agree with, but I didn't really have a problem with what she said. You can rewind and go see which parts. But overall, ma'am, you're crazy. You are crazy. How you gonna say what's to say I didn't require marriage? Because you got kids. You have kids with these people. You have kids with these people, ma'am. That's what's to say. The reality of the world is what's to say that you didn't require it. Well, that's enough for this video, y'all. I know I'm looking a mess. You feel me? I'm about to go get in the shower so I can go to bed with my kids. One is already down. The other one is halfway there. So it's time for me to get there. If you are not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe for more content. If you do not agree with me, leave it down in the comments. If you do, leave it down in the comments. I like to know what people are thinking. This is Curious Minds Want to Know, people. I want to know what you are thinking. You feel me? Yes.
You misguided and misfit. They stay saucier than a deep dish. Don't ride my way, you might get seasick. Don't ride my way, you might get seasick. I pray the Lord protect my character. I pray the Lord protect my gangster. And I pray the Lord protect my mama. I'm going up top like a flea flip. You misguided and misfit. They stay saucier than a deep dish. Don't ride my way, you might get seasick. Don't ride my way, you might get seasick. I pray the Lord protect my character. I pray the Lord protect my gangster. And I pray the Lord protect my mama. I'm going up top like a flea flip.